What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and I definitely didn't think I would be making this video this early for you guys. So, the iPhone 8 Plus official unboxing compared to the iPhone 7 Plus. We're going to do some hands-on impressions, do some filming, give you a general little overview of the iPhone 8 Plus in this early look. So I do have a cousin a little ways away that did get his hands on the new iPhone 8 Plus because he does work as part of a retail chain. And as you guys know, the display units from Apple don't usually show up until the day of in the store. But having an insider, as you can see, provides you a first look at the device. So packaging is extremely similar to the iPhone 7 Plus, but actually digging in, here is the product. And the first impression you're going to get from it is the color looks very interesting. It's a brownish gold. It's actually a perfect blend between the existing rose gold and the official old gold color. And I'll give you a little comparison here in just a second. But first thing you're going to notice is the glass back. It is completely smooth on the back. Gone is the anodized finish. It is completely smooth. And honestly, first impressions are fantastic. It is very, very grippy. You're not going to be dropping it as often as a smooth one if you don't use a case. That's definitely a improvement over the last generation. On the bottom, you got the speakers, lightning port. Everything is the same where it was. This didn't go over a drastic change like the iPhone 10 did. It's going to be very familiar here. So for some perspective, I'm going to get an iPhone 7 Plus out here and give you a little idea of how these compare. So this is an iPhone 7 Plus in the rose gold color. Now you'll notice the antenna bands on the top and bottom are no longer visible on the iPhone 8 Plus. And that was something I didn't see being talked about when comparing these two. You're getting a much cleaner look. Not to mention, look at those labels. You don't get the 2 lines of text that you did on the iPhone 7 Plus. It is the cleanest looking iPhone ever. So in terms of thickness, again, the iPhone 8 Plus is going to be just a little bit thicker at 0.2 millimeters thicker versus the existing iPhone 7 Plus. It's not very visible at first, but the weight is there. It does weigh just, I believe, 14 grams heavier than the iPhone 7 Plus. So in order to accommodate for the wireless charging, you are getting additional thickness and weight. They are very similar in form factor, though you're not going to notice much of a difference just by looking at them. The person that is looking out for it, though, will notice the difference in the shade of color. It looks fantastic, and the lighting here is not too good, so you can't really get that, but it's like this brownish gold, like I said, perfect blend between rose gold and gold, and I could see why Apple would eliminate both colors, to make way for just one. So power it on, give you a little idea of what it looks like. But this is a store demo unit. So what you are seeing as it turns on, you're going to notice a little animation going from the white to black. That's not what the official street unit is going to look like. See, as that's part of the showcasing. And something I had to live with to bring you guys this video. And it's going to be very interesting comparing this thing to the rest of the iPhone lineup in my, traditionary every iPhone comparison. It is running iOS 11.0, the same build number as the GM, so there's no difference there. It's not running any sort of other firmware. Inside, you'll notice, looks pretty similar to the iPhone 7 Plus. If you were expecting something drastic, definitely won't. Now, the color of the display does change, with the True Tone feature. So according to your surroundings, you are going to get a different ambience, color temperature, intensity. And this thing is just preloaded with photos and videos, which I'll show you some at the end of this video in terms of the camera quality. We'll get to that. But this thing is basically running the final version of iOS 11 that you're going to get today if you update it to the final release on your iPhone 7 Plus or whichever other device. So, yeah, there's really not much to show you in the software. This is a store demo unit. You're going to see some apps on here that you wouldn't see on your personal device. Inside, really couldn't find any other different menus other than the fact that you can adjust the True Tone display quality. There's really not much else. It's very similar, disappointingly so. I was hoping for a dark mode, something cool to put these things apart, set them aside from the competition, from the own iPhone lineup, but no, there was nothing. So that's the unboxing portion. There was nothing in the box, nothing different from the iPhone 7 Plus that stood out or anything. This is the 4th year Apple has made a Plus model, and there hasn't been too much change in terms of the design. I mean, they've been recycling it all this time over. So I wanted to get into some of the more exclusive iPhone 8 Plus features, like the portrait mode with lighting in just a second here. So just like the existing portrait mode on the iPhone 7 Plus, you're going to find it in the camera. There is a slightly adjusted interface, much like the one you would use to zoom currently on iPhones. with a little menu on the bottom, you will activate it using the same menu. So just go over to portrait mode and you'll see this slightly altered little menu. Now you'll have the natural light one here, and we didn't actually get it working to show you guys an example, but it does adjust the lighting as soon as you change it. And depending on which one you choose, you're going to get a different portrait lighting mode. And the one, of course, that Apple showed off with the pitch black in the background is super cool. You can get some really neat avatars, icons for your social media pages using that one. Now this mode is in beta, so Apple has not fully optimized it, much like the portrait mode that released with the iPhone 7 Plus. It was in beta for an entire year until Apple just got it out of beta with the latest version of iOS 11. So expect this thing to be worked on for some time. It may not be perfect at launch. It may have some not sharpness, but problems on the edges. I've noticed that with portrait mode before, so give it some time. It will be fixed with time. Now the flash unit definitely is a little bit brighter. It was noticed that it is more uniform, so it throws light a little bit better. You're going to notice that, especially if you use this thing as a flashlight in the dark. It's an awesome thing to have a brighter flash unit, something that not many people really appreciate on their phones. So I was disappointed to find that the wireless charging sound is exclusive. You're not going to get it by plugging it into power normally. That's reserved just for the wireless charging portion. Of course, this thing does work with any Qi standard wireless charger, and you're going to be able to, afford any single one. You don't have to buy Apple's expensive one. But yeah, wireless charging, fast charging, this thing is loaded. Now, take note, fast charging is only activated using Apple's USB-C power adapter. So next up, I wanted to show you some camera quality clips, give you an idea. This is in beautiful Wenatchee, Washington, not too far from me. My relatives live here, and it's nice when I come to visit. There's really nice hikes here, Saddle Rock. You're living in a little bowl surrounded by mountains, so every morning you wake up and you have this beautiful view. The town is a little bit lonely, but scenery is great. So this is the general quality. It looks good. I noticed the shutter bug is not present, so whatever Apple did to the sensor, they definitely fixed that one. Yeah, the quality is pretty good, blending the dark with the light. Switching between the lenses, though, pretty jarring. You can definitely still notice that. And here are some of the preloaded videos we managed to steal. Definitely going to be something a lot higher quality, showing the colors a little bit better than what we managed to film. But overall, very impressive camera. I'm going to do a more cinematic test later on. But guys, there it is, an early look at the iPhone 8 Plus. I will be showing you guys more colors soon, and of course, my routine tests every year. I'm very excited for those. But it was very good just to get an early look at this thing. Super impressive device. Of course, this means the iPhone 10 will be that much more impressive even. The color is what really shines about this thing. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. Peace.